Students, in the previous session we have found out the three equations of motion, which is the first equation of motion is v is equals to v naught plus at. V naught is the initial velocity, v is the final velocity, a is the acceleration and t is the time. S is the distance, and second equation of motion is s is equals to v naught t plus half at square. The third equation of motion is v square is equals to v naught square plus 2as. Now, as this v naught is the initial velocity, so we can also write it as u. U denotes the initial velocity at time t is equals to 0, and v is the final velocity at time t. Okay. But here we will find out the equations of motion by using calculus method. Okay. So for finding out the first equation of motion, what we will consider? We all know that a is constant in these three equations of motion. That is why we are saying these are uniformly accelerated motion. Now, first we will consider the acceleration. We all know that acceleration is the change in velocity upon time taken. So we can write it like this. Fine. This can also be written like dv by dt in the differential form. So we can say that a is equals to dv by dt. This is the differential form. Now if we rearrange this expression, the rearranging this expression will give us dv is equals to a dt. Okay. Now, as we are going to solve it with the calculus method, so we are going to use integration here. So, integrating both the sides of this equation, integrating both sides of this equation, what we will get? Integration of dv is equals to integration of a dt. Fine. But in this case, we have assumed that a body is first moving with some initial velocity u, and in time t, after some time t, the body is now moving with final velocity v. Okay. Here the time was 0 and here the time is equals to t with some acceleration. Okay. So, we can say that if we put the limits here, okay, so what is the limits of velocity here? From initial velocity u to final velocity v. And what will be the limits of time from initial time 0 to final time t. Now we will integrate this equation. So as we know that acceleration is constant in this case, so we will take it out. We will take out the acceleration and then again write this as dt. Fine. By integration formulae, we know that since integration of dx is equals to x, therefore what we will get here? Here in place of dx we have written dv, so we will get, on integration we will get v. Fine. But here are the limits, from initial velocity u to final velocity v. So we will put the limits here and a will written as it is. When we integrate this, what we will get? Dx gives us, integration of dx gives us x, so integration of dt gives us t. Fine. But here also we have some limits. Okay. So we will put those limits. Now on further solving, how will we solve these limits? This will be upper limit minus lower limit. What are the limits of velocity in this case? The final velocity was v and initial velocity was u. So v minus u is equals to a of upper limit is t and lower limit is 0. Fine. On further solving it, we'll get v minus u is equals to a into t, as this is 0. So we can write it as v is equals to u plus at, which is similar as we have derived the equation of motion. So this is the first equation of motion, which is v is equals to u plus at. Now let's talk about second equation of motion. What we will do now? Now in this case we will consider the velocity. We know that velocity of an object is the change in distance upon change in time. Now in differential form we can write it as v is equals to ds by dt. Okay. Now in the same case, if we consider s, which is the distance travelled in time t, so what will be the distance here? It will be s is equals to 0 here, and it has travelled some distance in time t, so here the distance will be s. Fine. Now again moving to this, v is equals to ds upon dt. Now we will rearrange this equation and we will get ds is equals to v dt. Fine. So what we have got? We have got ds is equals to v dt. Now integrating this on both the sides, we get integration of ds is equals to integration of v dt. Now if I talk about the limits, I have told you about the limits. Which limits do we want? Of distance. So I have told you that s is equals to 0 and s is equals to s at the final point, and we have to take the time limit. We already know that time is from 0. It was 0 initially and then t after covering some distance. So we'll put the limits here. What will be the limit here? 0 to s, and here the limit will be 0 to t. Fine. Now since we know that v is equals to u plus at from the first equation of motion we have just derived, we will put the value of v in this equation and we will get 0 to t u plus at of dt. Now again on solving this equation, we are distributing this equation, so we will get u dt plus integration from 0 to t at dt. Okay, we have distributed this expression. Now we will solve this. Okay, so what we will get here in this case, I have told you that integration of dx is equals to x. Therefore here the integration of ds will be s, the limit 0 to s. Here u is constant, so we will take it out and we will write it like this. Here also a is constant, we will take it out and write it like this. Fine. Now again we will solve it. What we will get? U, and this is simply integration of dx, so it will give us dt within limit 0 to t plus a. Now here we don't have dx directly, integration of dx. So which formula of integration we will use? Integration of x raised to the power n dx gives us x raised to the power n plus 1 upon n plus 1. Fine. So we will use this formula of integration here, and we will get, on solving this, as the power of this is 1, so n plus 1 will give us t raised to the power 1 plus 1, which is t raised to the power 2. So we will get t raised to the power 2 upon n plus is again 1 plus 1, 2. Fine. Within the limits 0 to t. Now on further solving this, what we will get, we will put the limits here in s. We will get s minus 0 is equals to u t minus 0 plus a. First we will put the limit t, so it will be t square by 2 minus 0. Now what will this give us? S is equals to ut plus 1 by t at square. Students, this is the second equation of motion. Fine. Now let's talk about third equation of motion. In first equation of motion, we have used acceleration to initiate the derivation. In second equation of motion, we have used velocity. In both these terms, we had t, but here we cannot use t. Okay. So we here also we will first start with the acceleration formula, which is change in velocity upon change in time, or we can write it as a is equals to dv by dt. Now what we will do, we will multiply it with ds in both the numerator and denominator. Okay. Now if we rearrange it, what we will get? dv by ds into ds by dt. As we know that change in displacement upon change in time is the velocity, so we can write it as a is equals to dv by ds into v. Now if you look at this equation, it does not involve term of time. Fine. So now we can proceed. Now rearranging this equation, what we will get? We will get a ds is equals to v dv. Again we will integrate this on both the sides. So integrating this equation on both the sides, what we will get? Integration of a ds is equals to integration of v dv. We will put the limits. We have to put the limits of distance, so it will be from 0 to s, and here the limits, we have to put the limits of velocity. So here the limits will be from initial velocity u to final velocity v. Fine. Now to proceed with it, we will again write this from 0 to s, a ds is equals to from u to v, v dv. Now we will integrate these two. We will take out a is constant, so we will take it out and we will integrate it. But here in this case we are talking about velocity only, that is why we will not take it out. It is not constant here. Now if we integrate it, what we will get? We will get s here within limit 0 and s. And here what we will get, using the formula integration of x raised to the power n, we will get x raised to the power n plus 1 upon n plus 1. So here the power is 1, so n plus 1 will become 2. So we will get v square by 2 within limits u to v. Now on further solving it and putting the limits, we will get s here. Okay. And here what we will get? V square by 2 by putting the upper limit minus u square by 2 by putting the lower limit. On further solving it, we will get 2as is equals to v square minus u square. Or on rearranging, we will get v square is equals to u square plus 2as. Students, this is the third equation of motion. Fine. Now we will talk about the distance travelled in nth second, okay, which is sometimes also known as fourth equation of motion. So as we know, we have already seen that s nth is equals to sn minus 1, where s nth is the distance travelled in nth second, and we got the value. Okay, so we'll find out the value by calculus method. We'll first consider the velocity of an object, which is ds by dt. Now we'll rearrange it, so we'll get ds is equals to v dt, and putting the value of v from first equation of motion, we'll get u plus at dt. Fine. Let us mark this as 1. Now when t is equals to n minus 1 seconds, the distance traveled is equal to Sn minus 1. And when t is equals to n seconds, the distance traveled is equals to Sn. Fine, we are letting that this is the distance. Okay. Now integrating equation 1, what we'll get? We have to integrate equation 1, so we'll get, and the limits will be Sn minus 1 to Sn. Integration of ds over Sn minus 1 to Sn is equals to integration of u plus at dt where Sn minus 1 to n. Fine. Now we will solve this. So what we will get this side, we will get s between the limits Sn and s minus 1, and here solving it further, we will first distribute this and then solve it. So we will get integration of u dt. So from here we will get u will be constant, and we will get t in the limits n minus 1 to n, plus we will solve a t dt. A will be constant, and we will solve t dt. Integration of t dt will give us t square by 2 over the limits n minus 1 to n. Further solving these limits, we will get Sn minus 1 is equals to u n minus of n minus 1 will give us n plus 1 plus a. Putting the limits, we get n square minus 2 minus of n minus 1 whole square by 2. Fine. So here we can write that we got Sn minus 1 is equals to n will get cancelled, so 1 is left. We will get u plus a n square by 2 by a minus b whole square. We will get a square plus b square minus 2ab by 2. Now if we solve it further, we will get a n square by 2 minus n square by 2 minus 1 by 2 plus of 2n by 2 will get cancelled, n. Fine. So n square by 2 and n square by 2 will get cancelled. So what are we left with? U plus a, okay, n minus 1 by 2. If we solve it further, what we will get? We will get u plus, if we take out 2, what will be left here? 2n minus 1. So here you can see that Sn minus 1 is equal to this, and this is the Snth. This is the distance travelled by the object in nth second. Fine. So this is the fourth equation of motion which we have derived using the calculus method.